Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. You guys, I just read some of your comments and they helped me begin my day so beautifully. Thank you so much for your feedback. And when you guys DM me that you know you like to start your day with me and get inspired and feel good and lighter, brighter, you know, seeing everything in a different perspective. I really appreciate that because I have a few favorite readers that I really rely on their positive word and affirmations to sort of realign with me as well. And help me always look for the best in myself and others and just get situated emotionally, right? Because when we're aware of our emotions, if an emotion is having a negative effect on us, we can choose to release it, right? It's at its weakest when it first enters our mind. So why would we dwell on that? And knowing from the world's top psychiatrists that we're really only relegated to one emotional state at a time, why would we stay in that negative emotional state? Because that is such a precarious route to go down because it pulls in everything from the past that we regret or any hardship, and it sort of like catapults all that garbage into our immediate future because we're thinking of all the fearful, intrepid ways that things could go wrong. Why would we ever do that and invite that into our realm? So what we're doing is saying goodbye. Yes, I read this thing in my Goddess Dream book that I love so much. It's saying thoughts are like bubbles, right? They come to us and then boom, we pop them and they dissipate and a new thought bubble comes in, right? So let's keep those positive. I have what it takes to succeed and remain peaceful and calm and loving in my life and attract my soulmate, so on and so forth, and really reach for that good, bright energy. It's important. Now, today's read is going to be another extended sort of soulmate, a new soulmate update. Anything for some of you guys that are new or some of you guys, I don't know what my son's doing in the background. He's singing. We're going to get some more initials, some time, some personality, whatever comes in. I just feel like spring. There's so many of you that are calling in this energy. So let's get a revival and update this for you. So we're going to have some elements to choose from. Number one is earth. I love this artwork so much. Water and fire. And if I have a moment at the end, I will do a quick review. You guys have probably seen this deck quite often. It is the Barbary Zodiac Oracle. I love the artwork and it's so much. It's so beautiful. So I'm going to let you guys choose. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. And also, if you guys haven't seen my last video, at the end, I may do just another quick review of this. It's the new Goddess box. It's insane. It has beautiful lavender sleep sachet, tea, a beautiful, amazing, looks like a moleskin dream journal, some nocturne spray that has magnesium in it, a beautiful hammered crystal, and an eye patch. It was like off the charts. It's so wonderful. So if you go to my links below my video and you want to check it out, I'm an ambassador for the brand, so when you purchase from my link, I get a small portion that helps support the channel as well. And I'm always impressed by them. That's the only company that I endorse because I don't want to become a highly commercialized channel or any of that, but holistic approaches to anything when it's high quality like this, I'm all in, and I always use their products. And if you want to come to my Instagram, Sparkwist11, I'll probably be holding a giveaway for this box. I always have giveaway for the boxes and Stonehenge goodies and my handcrafted designs, readings, everything. I love to give back, and you guys make my day over there on Instagram. With your posts and memes, I get in the best mood. I start laughing because real life sometimes can be so ridiculous. As challenging as it may be, it's also very ridiculous a great deal of the time. And we remind each other of that. And it's really nice to do. So we are going to begin with Earth and see what is going on in that regard. And right away, I feel like if you chose this, it's one of those moments where, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull the cards on the zodiacs first, and then we'll get their initials as well. Again, I'm going to be using the beautiful Barbary Zodiac Oracle to choose, and I'm going to choose from two because you guys are a huge collective. And as a disclaimer, I want you to know every last little detail may not fit. Really just take what resonates, again, when it's for a collective. So if an initial is off or something is, we don't throw our soulmate in the garbage can and relegate them to the bye-bye pile just because one thing is off. You know, we're using our common sense as well. This is an overall indicator and sort of like energy of that. So that's why I'm also using two of each sign, two of each initials, because it's for such a great many Oh, I like how the cards like moved. Again, I love this deck so much, and I debated getting it. So we have Aquarius, beautiful. And I feel right now that we are totally in the age of Aquarius, where we're more loving, we're more fluid in our behaviors. We're not so set in our patterns. So your soulmate is possibly an Aquarius and or Scorpio. And it's funny that they have similarities in there. They are some determined folks. They're very independent and lovely, and they can entertain themselves beautifully. However, they are also pretty fantastic when you bring them out socially. Aquarians are extraordinarily well-read individuals. They like to find out the whys and everything, and you know, they are very deep and soulful signs. I love Aquarius. And Scorpio, fiery, smart, whip it smart. I mean, you are not going to pull one over. They get all those tiny details, high emotional intelligence, as the Aquarians are too. Like really deep, rich tapestry internally. Like they have a lot going on. They are artistic, creative, beautiful, both signs. And again, you don't want to get in an argument with a Scorpio because they'll just whip your buns to shreds. It's like, don't even try it. And they also have this very high sex appeal. They're very, very attractive, where the Aquarius is ethereal and dreamy and all of that. This is just like, boom, hot stuff right in your face. So let's see too. Now we're going to go on to some initials as well. And if you guys like these cards that I'm using for the initials, I felt compelled to use this. This is a Shaman's Oracle. It's another one that I was really, really impressed with. So let's see what the initials might be. We have D. I'm only using it. We have D and L. And I liked, all of a sudden I picked this deck up. I was compelled and I realized I had two perfect letters in it. So D and L, L, D, S, R, R, S can be their initials. I'm seeing a lot of Sean's. I'm seeing a lot of Sharon's. I'm seeing a lot of Donald's. I'm seeing a lot of Lawrence, Larry, Richard's. A lot of those type names. And I love the artwork in this. And if you guys are really into like this type of art, as am I, that's the back of the card. Beautiful writing in it as well. Like Dreams and Visions says, well, it's basically the whole deck brings us messages of the universal truth from ancient wisdom, from the shamans, profound intuitive insights of the psyche that we can use to chart our personal destiny. You know, as with the tarot, these provide a revealing perspective of inner realities, and I really find the writing fantastic in that. So let's see sort of what's going to help you on this journey and to find them. Right away, I'm hearing 2 years difference. I don't even need to choose a card that they are 2 years older than you. Now, winged, oh, that might be why too I'm getting so many twos. Now we have Two of Roses. Commitment right away. This person, your soul connection, knows you are a perfect ideal energy match. They are not messing around right away. You guys, I feel like, are going to be engaged. I keep hearing within the 365, so within a year. There's the compatibility is through the roof. There's no need to waffle around and have indecisiveness. They know, and again, they are this is a very powerful personality. I mean, they definitely allow for your opinions and what you want, but I mean, when they decide, that's it. So it's like this. Now, winged messengers are going to be a big example of this. You're going to see funny bird activity, butterfly activity, just funny things with wings taking place around you, and they're part of your synchronistic energy. That's a reminder they are on their way. And they're excited to see you. Birds are huge in my realm too. As I've said on another video, I once was so overwhelmed with everybody in my arsenal of clients. This one particular day a year ago that everybody was just having nuclear meltdowns, and some of them were feeling suicidal, and all this stuff was going on. It was so early. It was the first emails I read, and I said, oh my gosh, Archangel Michael, right after I dropped Hagen off at the bus stop, I said, please send me a message in terms of nature right away, that I know I'm doing the right thing and I'm going to have the capabilities to help all these individuals slowly, concisely, carefully, and professionally, and not have the empath in me just break, you know, because I felt that energy, the urgency. That's kind of what was winging me out. All of a sudden, this big swarm of swallows or something encircled the car 3 times really, really fast. And it was like, I thought I hallucinated, but then I watched them fly away. And I do live about a half mile from a bird sanctuary, but I had yet to see anything of that magnitude. Right away, I just started crying relief and calm, and I felt good all throughout the day. I was able to handle each example, you know, beautifully, and talk and walk people through things, because I refocused and I regathered my senses as opposed to letting fear or panic come in, because I was feeling their fear and panic. And I know as an empath, I have to protect and breathe through that. And that was the message. You've got this. And right away, you're going to be feeling that too. If you have any times of unease, that's going to be coming up and helping you, you know, irregardless of what's going on. If you feel like things are really getting loopy, as they do, you know, we can't help but sometimes get involved with the craziness that's around. And again, I'm hearing for your group too. This is within 4 months. This is a fast connection. You've already planted the seeds. And again, you were very healthy in your detachment of this. So it's just blowing your way. You know, you have made a decision who, what, when, where, hows, and all of that. And then you also allowed for flow and ease and flexibility to this. So the universe is now doing its work. And you feel it. I feel like you feel this lovely anticipation. You feel light, bright, and happy about things. And that's what we have to do, right? We have to feel that, and they're going to connect with you too in your dreamscape. So if you can keep a journal, that's why I was so excited. I loved this, that it came in the Goddess Provisions box, this dream journal. And I always keep paper right by my bed, because that's why, you know, our subconscious and our conscious align and talk to us and give us cues and clues towards what is going on. So beautiful energy, group one. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. I have a little rose quartz right there for you for love. If you guys can get your paws on some rose quartz, it's always good to carry around. I always find I'm immediately calmed when I touch rose quartz. I feel like it's such a relaxing, and it's self-love stone too. So if you're ever feeling a little hard on yourself, or you're having a bad body image day, or something is taking place in that regard, remember, very, very helpful for that. So beautiful energy. If you need a private read or anything, my links are down below. My Etsy store, the Goddess Provisions link, everything is down there. Thank you guys for all your wonderful feedback on your reads. I've got to say, every single read, I've had so many returns, like after a month or two, and follow up, and you guys always leave such great feedback, and you make me feel so good in the progression and trajectory of your lives now. I'm so impressed that, you know, you're letting go, and you're letting spirit, and you're thriving, new love, new jobs, everything. Thank you so much for giving me your lovely feedback on your lives. I really appreciate it. So now we're on to water. Right away, I feel like if you chose this, that you're a little more emotionally fluid and calm, high emotional intelligence. So you can kind of read into people's intentions, and you know what's what. And it's like, you're not tricked or fooled, or you're not into anything that is a falsehood. You're really like things to be out on the up and up. You say what you mean. It's important, right? Why play games in life? So Sagittarius could be your potential life mate, and Libra. Ooh, I love me Libras. I hardly run into Libras. It's so weird. My stepfather, one of the most beautiful, restful, intelligent souls on earth, was a Libra. But I love Libran energy when I can find it, but it's they just don't seem to come into my realm as much as Aquarians, Pisces, and Aries. So it's like Libras have a calm sense, balance, fairness, they're not extremists as well, because they know it doesn't pay off to go to an extreme height, because then there's a valley soon that follows that, right? Very kind of a modicum of control at all times. It's a really wonderful sign. And I always feel like they are really great educators, super autodidactic. They can learn anything on their own. They don't need a classroom. They sit down. They want to know it. Bam, they've got it. I remember my stepfather going, I'm just going to write a book on this. And he's the one too that I've been mentioning. If you start any poem, he can finish it. Any poem from any book. He was a major in literature, and because it was just his wheelhouse and he loved it so much, he made it part of his life's work to read it continually, right? And Sagittarius, that's my sign. We're adventurers, we're philosophers, we're creative, but we're also mutable fire. So it's like, we want change. We do not like stagnancy. We do not like to stand still. This is like, let's go, let's find out. We always have that bow drawn taut for the next big adventure, or finding out things. There's a restlessness to Sagittarius, but great sort of athleticism too, like a natural athleticism. I was very lucky. I'm kind of tall at 5'8" to do some of the things that I've done in my life, but I wanted to try gymnastics, and I did it for years when I was younger, things like that. If we put our mind to it, there's no obstacles. So Sagittarius too, and once they are devoted to you, they can't do enough for you. They really have very impactful love, because they want the environment nice. But again, heated, being mutable fire too, we can freak out on a dime as well. It's like I have to breathe myself through certain episodes, because it's weird how because we believe so strongly in ethical and authentic behavior, when we see something that's so fake and false, and those people, places, or things get ahead by falsehoods and lying and deceit, we literally can make ourselves ill. So it's like one of those things where you have to be careful also if you're a Sagittarius. Just know that everybody, what comes around goes around. In every event in my life, when I saw somebody who was sneakily climbing on the backs of others or screwing people over to get to where they wanted, it always came back to them, like in a awesome and fantastic way. So always just know that and be like, we're good. So let's see. Your soulmate, a fated meeting. Again, I feel them coming towards you. I feel like you are in your place of work, you're in school, wherever you are. They just kind of enter that field, that energy field. You feel it. Boom, they initiate a conversation, and it's like lockdown, instant lockdown. They know, you know, and there's no game playing. Everything is so grounded and real. And I feel like the first thing that they express to you is so beautifully authentic and real that you know right away. You're like, it could be no other than my soulmate, because most people don't express themselves so eloquently, honestly, and connectively on first meeting. But it's like, just one of those things, you feel like you've known them forever, and you feel at ease. You feel like you're breathing better around them. Again, you're each other's crisp, clean oxygen. The bird's nest. So right now it's like saying, feed your ideas, your soul, what makes you feel good. Feed your intentions with good ideas. Get that, get yourself propelled and ready in the direction of all the goodness and light that's coming your way. Again, be healthy, have a good attitude. That's initials. We have HD or DH, SF or FS. This was so great because I just got this deck yesterday, and right away I heard initials and I looked right down. This was the first deck that I saw, and this is the Shaman's Oracle. So beautiful. Shaman. I say it differently every single time. And again, we're using our reasonable self in this. If one of the initials does not match or is off or something like that, we do not throw our soulmate in the garbage can, relegated to never to be seen again. This is an overarching energy, and some specifications are right on point and some vary. So again, HD, DH, SF, FS, and this is supposed to be theirs. And sometimes it does match up with your initials too, because it's such a huge variant, because again, it's a collective, sometimes 10, 20,000 people. So again, you guys, your energy, you're going to feel yourself having like a heightened awareness of certain things, feeling better than you usually do, feeling more attached. Again, I'm hearing 1 year age difference. That's all. I'm hearing that very closely. And I'm hearing 2 months for this interlude. Everything is really sped up now in this age of Aquarius, because our energy and our frequency is so much higher, and we vibrate, and it works like a sonar with one another. So there isn't all this second guessing and garbage that used to be there. Really huge indicators and sign, and we're reading the blueprints of our life like we used to not be able to, right? We have big vision, we have loving ideas, and it makes for great conversations and opportunities for us to move in that direction all the more smoother, right? Smooth sailing for this. So beautiful energy, group 2. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below if you need a private read. The Goddess Provisions box, my Etsy store. I put up some new great stuff. Oh my gosh, you guys, I made a couple pieces the other day, and I'm going to make one tonight. I'm so stoked for everybody to see it. It's this beautiful aqua crystal with these smoky blue stones. It's just like, oh, it's out of this world. I'm so excited. So that is you, beautiful water. Now we are on to number 3, which is fire. And I feel like if you chose this, you could well be a fire sign, but also beyond that, you're somebody who you like activity, action, change. You're very mutable. You're not stuck in one place. You have some fun ideas about, where you want your future to go. I just feel like inventive and fun. So let's see, the Sands of Time. Yeah, it's moving quickly. Again, under 6 months, this person's coming in. They're on their way. I feel like you're already starting to feel them and anticipate that beautiful, light, bouncy energy. Again, that Christmas Eve analogy of, why do I feel so good? Why do I feel excited? What's coming my way? All of that. Elevated behaviors, taking care of yourself. Again, what happens when the soulmate energy comes in, or anything where we're rectifying old patterns and behaviors and moving away from them, we start to feel better. We start to act better. We start to behave lovingly and caringly towards ourselves. Very important. Archangel Michael is watching over you. He's constantly my helpmate. Whenever I get in my vehicle, I always ask for health and safety in my vehicle, and I constantly feel that surrounded love and balance. And I always get sent animal totems too whenever I get overworked, or because my mind goes very quickly and I feel like I create too much to do in my mindscape, which isn't a reality. It's simply that thought bubble that needs to pop and move on to the next one. Then I can rationalize and be calm, always there for me. So let's see what your soulmate zodiac sign is. Pisces, beautiful. I've got to say something about Pisces. Ooh, Taurus, Taurine energy, both beautiful. So Taurine, very grounded, very focused, very tenacious, very self-contained unit. They don't need constant attention. In fact, they like time alone to really kind of focus, do what they're doing. Mellow as hello, like very, very calm. Pisces, I love. I feel like they're one of the deepest, richest, emotionally intellectual signs. They understand their artistry, their delivery, their prose, the way they speak. They carry themselves ethereal, dreamy. You'll know Pisces your whole life, and you probably will only know 60% of them. My mother was a Pisces, and all of a sudden I come home and she's like, oh, I'm a magistrate now. And I'm like, you are? What is that? She's like, yeah, I marry people, and I just married a soap star at the castle. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, here's the video. Like, they just get up to things. They're like, they have this, they're like Mission Impossible. They have all these secret skills you don't know they have, and then they just whip them out. You know, like, oh, by the way, I'm the Queen of Norway. Oh, you are? Yeah, they do some spectacular things. Like, you'll know them, and all of a sudden they'll be like, you want to go water skiing? And you're like, you water ski? And they're like, yeah, come down to my boat. And you're like, you have a boat? And they're like, yeah, I'm serious. They just whip out all these fun things, and you're never bored with a Pisces. And they know, they have crazy emotional intelligence. Like, they know how you feel. But you do have to be careful around a Pisces that you don't problem bomb them, because they're problem solvers, but again, they're very empathic, and it can damage them. They'll need time to hide away. They do need seclusion time so they can recover as well. Beautiful, amazing sign. So let's get some initials too. So we have DB and ST. So it can be DB, BD, ST, TS. And again, remember, use your common sense. If every last little detail doesn't measure exactly, that's to no avail, because this is for a huge collective. So it's basically the overall feeling and energies too. Again, you guys, this is like, I want to pull one of these to see something. I do feel like so many of your perceptions have changed in such a good way. Yeah, I was hearing two messages. One, take a risk. If anything, if somebody invites you to go somewhere exotic or new or different, do it. And this too, risk in a project. I feel like a big, cool project's going to come where you can expand and do something that propels you into the stratosphere when it comes to your professional and financial life. So take a risk, say yes to somebody. I feel like somebody's going to look at something that you've created, and it just stands out as such a thing of beauty and originality to them, that all of a sudden they are behind you all the way to promote this and you, and things are just going to take off professionally, because you have this air of massive luck around you right now, group 3. There's something, you know, where you're feeling good, you're emanating this love, life, and everything is taking off you. Again, why your soulmate love is also coming in, because you're this bright beacon of amazing good cheer and good fortune. So it's all wrapped up in this beautiful burrito of here you go, Ness, you're deserving of this. And it usually comes after a time of hardship too, right, where we have recovery either from an illness or, you know, that dark night of the soul where we're just like, oh my gosh, thank God, what a relief. No longer being plugged into any of that dark or heavy energy and wanting to come out in the sun. Again, like a spring, all the flowers are coming through. That's what you feel like you're blooming and blossoming again. And you really are in a beautiful way, group 3. I love that so much. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below if you need a private read. And I thought I would do a quick flip through of this deck, because it's so beautiful. And I don't know if you've seen the Barbary deck. What I'm going to do is zoom in so you can see the artwork. And it was so inexpensive too. I was like blown away. I think it was like $18 on Amazon, but I love the artwork. And if you guys have seen my my Chinese zodiac cards, I believe it has to be the same artist, because the artwork looks almost identical. So we have, look, Capricorn, Leo, look at this. This is really striking. Cancer. This is one of my favorite. Gemini. Just the texture and the color and the glow. That's amazing. Aries. Virgo. So beautiful. Look how ethereal. The use of colors are amazing, and the texture in this is phenomenal. That would be an insane tattoo, wouldn't it? That Venus. Woo. Air. Beautiful. Jupiter. That's stunning too. I love anything that has like burst of light and feathers. Look at that. Pluto. That looks chilly. That reminds me of Game of Thrones. Uranus. Look at that. I love all the symbolism. So beautiful. Saturn. Yeah, this deck, if you're ever curious about influences, astrological influences, zodiac, Mercury, beautiful. Look at the moon. Yay. Look at that. Yeah, so if you're looking for a deck that has, good astrology in it and the zodiacs, this was really, really impressive. So love and light to you guys. I'm very excited for you. Again, thank you for all your beautiful feedback and comments. I love and adore you guys. I hope this helped in some way. So I hope you have a meaningful and wonderful day.